Alright, chat. Let's jump on to the next one. So the next one is, hold on, loading it up. Crunchy. Who is a silver DPS player, and he says that I was wondering if my positioning and the way I play was good and what I can work on. So let's look at those. Rialto is actually a really good Ashe map. Crunchy started with McCree. Where are we going? To the high ground? I don't like that. So things that differentiate McCree with other hitscan is that McCree benefits the most by playing with the tanks. McCree is not really that good by himself because first, he's very typeable. Like if Doomfist gets on top of you, then you're probably dead if you're alone. If maybe Genji, maybe Tracer, if they're good, right? It makes it a lot more difficult for you to survive. But on the other hand, if you play with your tanks, you can do a lot of, you can put a lot of pressure on their tanks and on their DPS just by playing safely. McCree is basically that DPS that you can play very safely with, and so long as you don't make mistakes, you should be fine. This is wasted time. We could be shooting at the shields. I know that you are basically trying to spot the Doomfist. We don't really have anything that can follow up and kill the Doomfist if you are playing this far forward. Like, who's gonna shoot the Doomfist after you get one shot? Like, even boosted by the Mercy, you are not gonna kill him. So you should do things the other way around. Make use of the fact that McCree is a hit scan, and when your Pharah hits something or your Zarya does a lot of damage, then you can go and try to kill them because they will be low. Playing again on this high ground is just very, it makes you very vulnerable. Where should you be playing? Here. From here, you can shoot at the tanks. If you pick a little bit, you can shoot at the supports and the Sigma, right? And that's Lucio. So if you pick from this corner, first thing first, you are safe. You got, if anyone tries to shoot at you, you can do this. But also, we have both of our tanks in front of us. If someone tries to come from behind, that's your job. You keep paying attention every now and then while you reload. Probably you look behind you. Is there anyone coming? No. Okay, we go back to front line. If Doomfist, for example, tries to come around, then you go and contest him. And at closer range with your team behind you, you can actually win those 1v1s a lot easier because you are not as vulnerable here. And if you need healing, your team is closer to you to heal you. You are not as exposed. Forget that your fire died, that's not your fault. You did get one shot on the Doomfist, but... And why are you playing so far out in the open? Remember, McCree ideally wants to play just behind the tanks. Playing in the open like this means that Sigma can shoot at you and Ryan can shoot at you or smack you, right? Jungler can spam your way. Don't play in the open. Get behind your tanks. We should be... yeah, that's unfortunate. If we started behind the tanks, then maybe we could have done a little more. Like, you stand the Ryan, then we do nothing with it. You just try to take a shot on Lucio. Just right click there. Like, don't be afraid to right click. Right click McCree is really good right now. It's a lot of burst damage, and burst damage is very good. I'm fine with the roll. I just heard the Doomfist ground behind you. You don't have any cooldown, so it's gonna be difficult to deal with it. You do hit the shot when he's in the air, but that's just unlucky. Something I usually say is aim with McCree. Don't just hold the left click. Don't just hold the left click because it makes it harder for you to aim. Don't get me wrong, you should be firing as soon as you can, but do it by pressing left click repeatedly, because unless you're just breaking shields or shooting a tank or whatever, which is something that is easy to hit, because you're basically forcing yourself to hit every shot that way, right? You're forcing yourself to chase after something in the time that your fire rate comes back. On the other hand, what you should be doing is you should be shooting as often as possible, yes, But just take a shot, then go find something to shoot, and then shoot again. Don't just hold the left click. And this is just you not rotating properly. Again, behind the tanks, in this case, your tanks are dead, so honestly, just go die or get out. We don't get out, like we get booped by, we stay here, we get booped by the Lucio, we are dead. But do you think it's your problem thus far? You are overextending a lot. You don't want to be in front of your tanks, you want to be behind your tanks. And you can help them survive that way, right?
This life's never uneventful.
I do hate this though. Like, this is of course not your fault, but we are playing Brawl with Mercy Sen, which is just really, really bad. For your Rhine is not going to survive against, well, their Rhine with a Moira. Again, that I get that you missed the first shot. The second shot was you just holding left. Good kill though, like good stand, you get the kill. The idea is fine. Position is fine. I don't think we could contest the point. So I'm not. You should be playing a little bit further to the left just so you don't get spammed out by the Jangrat and the Sigma. But I'm not totally against this. Like, we are not going too far in front of our tanks, and we're still staying behind our tanks. Our tanks are holding forward, but that's not on you. And this is where I'm worried. You don't want to be this far forward. You want to be like a step behind your tanks, so that if their tanks push forward, they have to go through your tanks to get to you. If you're playing here, basically on the same line, and they push you, or they just shoot this way, then they can shoot at you instead of at your tank. And you took a lot of damage there. You could have died, and you may die to the Coalescence even. You just get shattered. Stun, right click, roll, right click is a good combo. Just right click again. You can kill the Reinhardt. Right click with six shots, that's 300 damage. You could have killed this Reinhardt. We kill him anyway, but you could have just melted him down immediately. High noon, just roll backwards when you have it, then high noon. Well, good boop from your Pharah. Why am I saying high noon? Because high noon is a low value ultimate, but in this case you can get some, if not a lot of value. You can force your team back or behind the payload, which is pretty solid for you. Your Pharah is dead, so maybe not anymore, but if you had forced them out behind the payload, because Sigma Shield is not enough to protect them all, then your Pharah can go for high damage barrage or just a couple of rockets. Instead you get closer. You don't want to be this close. Again, if your tanks are not in front of you, you are very likely to die. You are basically a very slow moving man with 25 more HP than normal DPS. Good stun, good kill, but don't go that far forward. Because you will usually die. Like, people will punish you for that. Like, even at high gold, low plat, people will punish you for doing that. Don't do this. Like, I think you're going for a flank high noon. That's not good. Remember, treat high noon as a very low value ultimate. Any value you can get is good value. You don't have to worry about killing everyone with it. Good shot. You almost killed them. Don't do the Moira. Moira has auto aim on the ball. At your rank, it's probably very difficult to actually kill the Moira. I'm fine with right clicking into the grab, but you should be either position, like they have B. So position yourself, take shots, or just left click, because you're not gonna kill anyone. You're going for high noon here, but the fight is lost. And high noon is not a very big value ultimate, so. You killed their McCree, but we could have died immediately and not gotten the high noon off if anyone shot at us, like if the McCree shot at us, for example. But also, we don't kill anyone. We kill the McCree and that's it, but the fight is lost. We are 2 people down. And you have 50 HP. And you're going, like, you have no way to retreat either. You're trying to do damage, but you have, again, 50 HP. You're just dead, yeah. So again, don't worry about getting multiple kills with high noon. That's just not how you use it. The biggest thing I've seen thus far is, again, you are going way overextended in front of your tanks a lot of the time. Think about your positioning and where you should be. And it's usually behind the tanks just a little bit. Not too much, but you want to be like slightly, like, if your Ryan is here, he's over, don't worry about Ryan, in this case he's overextending. So I'm not saying in this case in particular, but in general, if your Ryan is holding here and your Zarya is here, you want to be like close to your Zarya, close to your Ryan. Your Zarya is backing out, that's why she's not, at least that's why I think she's not close to your Ryan. And yeah, this is why. If someone wants to get to you or to your team, they have to get through your Reinhardt first, and because you are just behind the Reinhardt, you can help the Reinhardt. You stun, you right click here, you just kill him with right click. We don't, but it's fine. Ryan kills him anyway. And that was pretty good. We didn't need trans, but it's fine. Got nothing you can do about that. Okay, let's continue. I hate this. Again, you want to play with your tanks. McCree is not really a flanker. You want to play with your tanks with McCree. And you got one shot, you're about to die. You roll away and you're still about to die and your team just gets shattered. Could you have stopped it? Yes, actually. Let's look at your Reinhardt. His shield is breaking. His shield is breaking. His shield is gone. Everyone gets shattered. Imagine if you're playing just behind your Ryan and you just stun the Reinhardt and he fucks up. He doesn't have shatter anymore because you stun him. That's basically a one fight. You stun him, you right click him, you roll again, you right click him. So I'm not saying you threw this fight because I don't think it is your fault that your team is getting shattered. But I do think you could have gotten a lot more value if you were playing with your team and could have killed the Ryan. We do still kill the Ryan, which is pretty good. Again, this is good. Don't go too far. I want to say don't go too far aggressive. This is basically cleanup. We won the fight. I am okay with you going aggressive so long as you don't go way out of your line of sight. Like, this is fine. Now this is too far forward. And the difference is this pillar. This was fine. This is too far forward. And it's because once you can step out of the pillar, you get shot. So don't go past this so that you can get out safely. You're 6. No, here you want to get out. Like, look where the tanks are. Again, why are you so far in front of your tanks? Oh my god, Pharah, please. You want to be slightly behind them. So why are you this far forward? Oh, your Pharah got stuck in the air. That's unfortunate. You missed a stun. They just... Fine. So Sarah kills him. That's good. Go back to your tanks. This is fine. You can even hide in here if you really want to. Because this one's overextended, so it forces fade out. Vine has to hold the shield, and our DPS can just try to get value in that moment. Like our DPS, I mean like our Pharah and our Zenyatta and our Zarya. So just exploit the fact that if you Hanyon, they have to use their resources. That's the whole idea of Hanyon. You put them in a position where they have to hide or use resources to block, which is usually just the shield, right? But you don't need more than that. And after that kill, we probably just win anyway. We don't need Hanyon anymore. Yeah, this is fine. Don't go for a flank. This is bad. And if you Hanyon here, I'll be very upset. Again, you went out. I'm okay with that. Why are you taking the high ground? I get that people say high ground is very important for DPS. But this, I mean, it does include McCree. You can do more from the high ground. But right now, McCree is just really, really good at helping your tank. And yeah. You just die to it. Because again, Hainyun is a very counterable ultimate. And look at this. So both you and the Breaking Ball died at the same time. Breaking Ball is the fastest character in the game. And his spawn is right here. You are one of the slowest characters in the game. And your spawn is all the way here. He's got to do this. You've got to do this. So that was a bad ultimate. Because basically you are overexposing yourself. Now think what would have happened if you had done the same from behind your Reinhardt. Would you have gotten the same value? Maybe. It's very likely you still kill the Wrecking Ball, but if they deflect at you, the Ryan Shield blocks it. And now that you are dead, Genji's allowed free because you should be there to stop the Genji. That's your job, right? As McCree, you are there with your team to help stop the flankers. And in this case, we are not because we died. That rank gets nano. This is just a lost fight. This is just a lost fight. Just get out and wait for your team. Just get out and wait for your team. That run is insane. Sadly, you are basically alone. Just keep backing out. You can keep shooting while you back out. But don't go forward. Do not go forward into them. Do not go this far forward into them. Like, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? You are dragging your supports away to try to help you. This is throwing, I'll be honest. What if you get shot, punched, slapped? Diva dives you, Ryan just shatters you because you are giving him a free fight. All he has to do is shatter you, and the supports are coming to help you. Like, hold on, let's look at the Reinhardt. Look how easy this is for Reinhardt. They didn't even have to shatter. And you survive with 10 HP, but it goes your mercy. You probably your Zenyatta. Yeah, there's your Zenyatta. Good kill on the Genji, but you could have done the same if you were playing safer. And your own life. That's throwaway. Don't do that. Play with your tanks, and if your tanks are dead, wait for your tanks. Unless, like, everyone in the enemy team is dead and it's basically a 1v1 or a 2v1 in your favor, just play defensive. Because McCree's are basically a defensive hero. You can't just go aggressive. The only situation where you can go aggressive is if your Ryan is going aggressive. Then you can go aggressive with your Ryan, right? Or with your tanks in general. You just get shattered here. Good trance, good bubble. You tried, but basically you got punched away. Good headshot, but yeah, they just used a lot of damage and win. And most of this could have been avoided if you had not led your team to this situation. And again, this is on you. Hold on, so look at you. So here I'm like, okay, you're kind of going forward. I'm like, the fight is lost, start backing out. You start backing out. I'm like, okay, yeah, you can keep shooting the Rhine. You stun the Rhine, which is fine. You can keep shooting. This is fine. This is good. We just wait here until the team comes back, right? That's all we have to do. Just wait here until the tanks come back. No, wait. Where are you going? Where are you going? You are leading. You're dragging your DPS away, your support with you. The same was like, I'm just gonna take some shots. Wait, my McCree is going forward. I have to go with him. And your Mercy is like literally pocketing you right now. And you end up with 3 people here. And both of your tanks are dead or coming back. You have literally no tanks right now. The Mercy is like, well, I have to press here because we are in a bad position already, so why not? She dies. She would have died anyway. You roll away, abandoning both your Mercy and your Zenyatta. You do manage to get out. Your Sun is just basically dead. Your Mercy died because of you as well. You kill Genji, but you were on low HP, so you die as well. And the fight is lost here. Your Ryan goes for a hero shatter, but he's just gonna die because he's alone with Zarya, but they have no healers anymore. And the enemy, basically what you did was you forced a 3v6, and then when the enemy pushed forward, it was a 3v6 again. Instead, just let the enemy push, and when we fight, we can do a 6v6. So yeah, that was a throw. That was definitely a throw from you. So we play Ashe on attack. I'm fine with this. Ashe is basically the opposite of McCree. You want to take a different angle than your team. You don't want to stay with them. You want to be on a different angle. You want to take very long range shots so you can take high ground very easily. You have the coach can, the dynamite. And yeah, That's basically it. This is shoots. This is shots. Here, no. Why are you going forward again? You have to get heals. You're gonna die if you don't get heals. Just coach can to the left. None of your supports can see you right now. You have a Mercy and a Brigitte. No one can get you healing while you're here. Just coach them back to your spawn. Okay, we fucked up the coach hand, but we do get out safely. And now you can be like, I need healing. If you ask for I need healing over there, what do you expect? Like, if you're playing here, what do you expect your support to do? Now that you're out, you can be like, hey, now I need healing. I'm a lot easier to heal. And yeah, now you're getting heals. Days and Dynamite got blocked by the Rhine Shield, it's fine. We don't want to be here, we want to, again, you really don't want to share the same angle than your team. The general idea is, well, hold on, let me just go up. If I'm playing here, right, and I'm shooting with my team, are we gonna break the shields? They have Rhino Risa, so a lot of shields, and we have Echo Ashe. We are never gonna break the shields. But your Echo has the right idea. Instead of breaking the shields, go around them. Echo is really good at going up and breaking the ignoring the shields. Just shoot behind him. Like, look at your Echo right now. Look at this. What shields, right? On the other hand, you are like, oh, well, the shields are on my way. So you should be rotating. Where do you want to go? Well, this is a good position. It's a bit dangerous, but if you think you can take it from up here, you can just control, like, you can Dyna over there, you can Dynamite over here, you can take free shots here, here, up here. It's very vulnerable. Like, if they have anyone holding, like this Echo or anyone on here, you don't have any cover, which is a problem. So if you don't want to take this, the other solution is come all the way here, where you can, again, shoot around the shields, right? It may happen that the enemy is holding this corner, in which case you don't get to shoot past these shields anymore. But if that's the case, you go even for another rotation. You come this way. Because the people up here have a very difficult time shooting you here. And once you get, like, out here, you can be like, oh, I can shoot. If the shields are here, I can just go like this, throw the dynamite, and do a lot of damage. Then you can just coach can to the high ground and try to take the duel. But overall, yeah, this is a good position. This is okay to shoot around the shields, especially when they're holding this far forward. But shooting at the shields is not something you want to do with a sniper. Like, you're trying to help break the shields, but you don't do enough damage for that. Yeah, you should be shooting the Echo maybe, or trying to get shooting past the shield somehow. Good kill from your break. The Rush overextended. There's a Doomfist behind you. I heard the sound cue. Watch out for sound cues. Just coach can him. Left shift, coach can. Good coach can. Good dynamite. Good shot. He's dead. That was pretty good. You got Diven and you dealt with it. That was pretty solid. Here, yeah, you shoot. Good shot on the Echo. And remember, if they don't have shields, I'm okay with you playing here. Now that they have a shield, you look for a new angle. In this case, your angle is this high ground. Because, hold on, just get back here. If the Rhine is pushing forward, right, and the Rhine has the shield here, you can still shoot, like, above the Rhine shield. Thanks for the review, Saxon will make it. No problem, I'll post the VOD probably, like, late tonight or early tomorrow. I'm not completely against this, like, it's at the very least a different angle than your team is holding. You could go a little more aggressive, like, what if instead of shooting this way, you shoot this way? And it doesn't look like a big difference, but the angle makes a very big difference. Because from here, if you try to shoot something that is to the right of the Rhine, the shield blocks it. But if you come here, oh, look at that. It's open now. And you do make the rotation, which is good. I like the dynamite. just trying to chase the Doomfist out. I'm fine with it. I'm not going to be extremely picky on this. You fucked up the coach hand, which is fine. Doomfist was actually right behind you, that's why you fucked it up. Where did he go? Oh, he's above. I think you coach gunned him up with your momentum. Yeah, look at that. He blocks you from. That's extremely accidental, but him being there blocked you from coach going away. Decent Dyna, and we win the fight. That's fine. Again, they got shattered. Our frontline was taking care of it, so I'm okay with it. Again, ideally, I hate that you're playing here. Ideally, just take the high ground, because the high ground is just so much better for you. I was explaining this earlier, but cover is good, and then you can take a step backwards, and people who are below you cannot shoot at you anymore. If someone is all the way back here, and you take steps back, they can see you. But if the closer they get, and if you take a step back, they can see less and less of you. But here, you're just... Hold on 1 second. You're just kind of playing out in the open, very close to your tanks, which I'm not all for. You're playing, honestly, a little aggro as well, but I feel like you've got a weird McCree aggro style, and you kind of just stick with it, which is not something you should do with Ashe. And honestly, you don't want to go that aggressive with McCree either. And it's not that you don't want to go aggressive, you just want to make sure your tanks are with you if you're gonna do that. You reload, you take the high ground. Again, the high ground is fine, but you're just gonna drop right away, are you? Now you keep the high ground, that's good. And again, with Ashe, taking the high ground is definitely the right idea. Now you can come here. If you come all the way here, we may be able to see what I was talking about earlier about shooting behind the range shield. Yeah, look at this, right? So this is actually really good positioning. I bit my tongue. If you're playing with your team, then the range just shields you. But because you're up here, where you are right now, if the range shields, you can still shoot behind him. You can even throw the dynamite. You can throw Bob behind him. Careful about the echo. And you do rotate backwards, which is... I don't like it a lot, but it's fine. And here, just pop behind him, honestly. Just pop behind him. Just throw Bob behind him. There you go. Took you a second, but it's fine. Speed grab, it's fine. We all press Q here, so I expect you guys to win. Well, we used 3 ultimates, really. Decent coach gun. You went a little too aggro again with Ashe more than McCree. You want to be far away from your team. If someone is running at your tanks, you don't want to be anywhere near that. Just melee Ryan, okay? Zarya melee him. That's fine, you shoot slow. Good shooting. Honestly, decent tracking there. Or flicking, I guess. Throw the dynamite over there. Like, if you had thrown a dynamite over here, you could have gotten... not right now, but when I said it... Hold on, let's go back a little bit. Blah, blah, blah. Here. You just kill the Moira. You just kill the Diva. Maybe you kill the Lucio as well. Just throw the dynamite. Look at them. They are all grouped up. Just throw the dynamite. If you had thrown the dynamite, you could have actually gotten 4 kills. Maybe 3 kills. The Echo got healed. But this was we didn't have it yet. Sorry, we didn't have it yet. That's on me. Yeah, you throw it here, and it does get some value. That's on me, though. You didn't have it. I didn't realize. We are going a little... I know you got booped, but you are going a little too aggro. There is the reason for you to be walking forwards. Your range allows you to, in fact, walk backwards. Put distance between you and their team. And you just go too far forward, and you were down to 3 HP. So I'm surprised you lived. There's someone to your right as well, be careful. You just die, yeah. Rest is good. You die at the Echo, you shoot at the Echo, you kill the Echo, that's fine. Oh, this is a very long game. This should probably be the last one of the day then. At least for normal. reviews. Then we have the team review after. Decent dynamite, not ideal, but decent. And you don't really want to get only the tanks, you want to get like as many people as you can. Or force cooldowns out of them. Good shooting though, and this position is really good. Against you have cover, you have high ground, you can drop behind if you really have to, which you are doing right now. I don't think you needed to drop yet, but you did. And you are now playing Ashe behind your tanks, which is again something I don't want. Decent shooting, coach going away, okay, you decide, which is fine. Your Zarya is dead, which is unfortunate. She's gonna get rest though, yeah. We throw the dynamite early here. My idea is I'm gonna dynamite early to try to get Bob, and then I'm gonna get it back in the middle of the fight anyway. Now you threw it and it's gonna get no value because they have cleared the area already. Like literally gets no value. Left click, Bob behind them. You are way too close. Dana, okay, Dana's good. Overall, good ultimates, and it looks like your team is gonna win this. Bob gets value, yeah. Overall, this has been okay. I hate that you're playing so close to your tanks. I do hate that you're playing so close to your tanks. There is no reason for you to be here. Your Ryan is dead, yeah, so you cannot play. You need a front line, let Zarya be that. You just play like literally all the way from back here and shoot. And they cannot contest you. If they send someone to try to kill you, they have to get through your entire team and you shooting at them. This fight is lost. We just die. Good kill, but we just die. Great shot, but we just die. Just die. Honestly, just die, yeah. And you dying so late, even though you got 2 picks, is going to cost your team because everyone in your team is already coming back. But you are still respawning, so your team is gonna be delayed by 10 seconds because you have to respawn the whole way. Like your team is just moving forward. Your Ryan is waiting here, and basically your entire team is gonna have to wait for you, like at least 5 seconds. Like look at this distance. Your team here, you're all the way over here. You see my problem with just dying at the very end? Even though you got 2 picks, like the enemy team spawn is literally right here. They are ready together, like 1, 2, 3, 4, and the Ryan's moving forward. 5, 6. They are already back together. So that's the problem with dying late. Just die. If the fight is lost, just die. Don't worry about getting kills, just die. And that only applies if you basically know the fight is lost. Like 3 of your team is dead and they have lost no one. So even if you kill 2, the fight is still lost. And of course they have the closest spawn as well. So trading is in their favor. So they're to your left. Okay, he just killed us. You know what? I again say that you should really be playing here. This is the position for you to play here. Because you have the long sideline, you are safe, you got a mega. And basically you're not close to your tanks, but you get rest, that's pretty good. Decent Dyna, you exploded it a bit too early, so it doesn't get a ton of value. But it's still fine. Don't go this far forward. Never go that far forward. Also, the range is fucked up big time. There is no reason for you to be this close. Like, please, don't. You are a sniper, you don't want to be this close. Dyna the corner, you can dynamite to shoot people around the corner or to damage people around the corner, brother. That's a decent Dyna, a little to the right, but the idea was there. We almost have Bob. Bob should win us the fight. Again, at close range, it's very difficult. You got a shot, that was actually a pretty solid shot. The Ryan should die, yeah, just Bob behind. Yep, and we take the point. Coach shot in front of Bob, that's okay. Overall, I think your aim is okay. I don't think your aim is the problem. I think your positioning is really bad, though. I kind of feel like you don't know where to go. And I can't just tell you go here, go there, because there are so many maps in Overwatch and so many points and so many different situations that if I just tell you go here, it will not help you. What I can tell you is that with Ashe, you want to be far away. She's a sniper, right? You want to take a high ground with cover ideally, do damage, and if you have to, you just get out, get healing, or get healed by your team. McCree plays the other way around. You want to be with your team so that you can protect them. Decent shots. You almost got Diana. Here, just no, don't keep dueling a Hanzo after your hit. Just drop. Or you can just drop right here. Then get healed, then you can go to the Hanzo. Because you're actually low enough that a single storm arrow will kill you. You don't need to do that. Like you at this HP you don't need he doesn't need to headshot you to kill you. Decent shooting. Like again, your aim is not bad. I'm just afraid about your positioning. Your dynamites are a little weird. You hit them a lot of time, which is really good. But you should just focus them, like throw them at someone, a single person, and try to get them. In this case, like D.Va. You saw a couple people nearby, and you were like, "I'm gonna throw it high." Don't throw it that high. Let it fall a little bit so it tries to. It gets more area of effect on the ground. Caution to the high ground. There's a fire above. You try to do the fire again from the high ground. It's easier. That's a good Dyna if you can put it. Okay, yeah, that's. We still only got the D.Va, but it's just unfortunate timing. I would have said just try to get the Moira mostly. Like squishes are a lot better to hit with dynamite because tanks can almost always survive dynamite. Squishes? No. Squishes, well, they will survive, but they will be at like 70 HP at most. I'm here, we just die. You don't die, the D.Va didn't chase you. I like this angle. I do actually really like this angle. You reload, you go forward. And look at how much damage you're doing because the Rein is looking forward and you can get a free angle, right? This is what I said earlier. And you didn't get here. You were forced here by the D.Va. But you stayed here and you are doing so much damage. D.Va out of mech. Dynamite the baby D.Va if you really have to, yeah. We killed the D.Va. By taking this angle, we killed the D.Va. Now you can bob behind them if you really want to. I think it's fine. I think the fight is probably won already, but I am fine with using Bob because it's basically overtime push. We just want to make sure that we kill them and get as much value as possible. Wow, Bob went flying. We kill this Junkrat, he just dies to Bob. Take the high ground. Take the high ground. This is also okay. The reason I'm telling you to take the high ground is because the payload is very far back at the moment. So they are gonna come into the open to try to contest it, probably. And if they come out into the open, that's just a great angle. I don't hate this, you're trying to get damage done while they come back, but if the Rein is in front of them, then we get no value. You get healed, Dyna here, you can Dyna while they rotate. The D.Va just suicided onto the payload, which is good for us. Don't worry about baby D.Va, there are more important priorities. That Dyna was way too late. Both for the baby D.Va and to get the team on the bridge. So I guess your Dynas are not that your dynamite is not that your dynamite usage is not that good either. Like you could definitely be getting more value out of it. But I am a lot more concerned about your positioning. You're playing just way too close to the enemy. Which is also coincidentally way too close to your tanks. Careful, there's a trap right here, by the way. Oh no, there's not. It was the body. Don't try to coach ground. And again, you're just so close. Why are we in front of the Reinhardt? We have Zarya and Brigitte on the payload. Why literally get on Reinhardt's face? Why not just come back up here? And from here, you can just shoot at them forever. Again, I'm okay with the Dyna on the bridge. You hide, which is the right idea. Yeah? I'm sorry, what? I don't think I can blame you for that one. I can blame you for this. Why are you doing so close to the Rhine? You are basically giving Rhine the advantage over you. Oh, it's your tiny foot. Your knee gets killed. It's your knee gets killed. That's so unlucky. Yeah, I just didn't like. This is very tight. You should have maybe jumped and gotten on top of this and hidden that way. This is very close, not a lot of room, but I don't think you should have died. And you hit, which is definitely the right idea. We got payload, we got point anyway, so we should be respawning close. We get rest anyway. We won the fight, so that's good. No need to use dynamite there, like Baby Diva is just easy to kill. Imagine if you had dynamite now and could get a dynamite on them, right? That Moira would be dead if you had to hit the dynamite. Here you just go aggressive. And remember, the general idea is don't take the same angle on your team. This worked pretty well with you, why not do it again? Or play here if your team is going like... If the fight is going to happen here, why not come all the way up here? And you get shots behind them, right? So take the high ground, don't just go in the front, just take the high ground. Don't worry about the turret, there's more important things than the turret. And again, you should be playing up here. Or up here. Up here is actually really good. Like, again, you can see what I mean about shooting over the Rhine shield. Whereas where you are now, there is no shooting over the Rhine shield. You shoot at the Rhine shield, right? On the other hand, hey, free dynamite kill, your echo actually is probably gonna kill him. Shot, not probably not Rhine, but yeah. Did you take the high ground? No. Again, you're way too close, probably just Bob. Again, the more we can push the better, so using ultimates to ensure we win fights is okay. Good Bob. Why are you, I hate you're going so far forward. Please stop. Because you're actually pretty decent. Sorry. Like, your aim is decent, your game sense is not terrible. It's actually pretty solid overall, like, I don't think you should be in silver. I think you should be gold, but you could be getting so much more value if you just took the high ground with Ashe or stop being so close in the front. Like, the biggest problem is definitely you're playing in front of your tanks. Both with Ashe, you're going too aggressive, and McCree, you're going too aggressive. Then, I don't think you know your positioning, your ideal positioning is. Again, with Ashe, you want to take different angles to make sure that you're shooting around the shields, which is a very important thing to do. McCree, you want to play with your tanks so that if they have any flankers, you can help them, help your tanks. And if your tanks push forward, then you can push with them. Okay. I'm going a little faster because, yeah, basically it's the same things. I really like this stuff. Like, from here on, this, it's fine. This is fine. This is bad. I think this is just bad. Then we throw the dynamite, which again, I don't love it. But here, this is really good. Like, their tanks are looking this way, right? Fighting people on the payload. And if someone new comes, you just pop their head. Like, to get to the fight, they have to go through this entire open area. And you're in a great position to take advantage of that. You don't have to get closer, like, look at this Moira. She doesn't, like, they don't even know you're here. You just get free shots. Junkrat knows because we took a shot. We almost died to the lava. Decent dynamite, just throw it in the middle of the chaos, it's fine. I like this angle. We should kill the Torb. We missed a shot on the laying down Torb, which is unfortunate. We kill the turret, that's fine. Overall, that fight could have gone a lot better for you, but your team had it. You could definitely have gotten more value. More value though. Your Echo is actually doing really good, and it might just maybe because Echo, honestly. Great Dynamite, that's actually really good. You probably killed the Shrine. Yeah, between you and Ryan, you kill the Shrine. We shoot at the Diva. Again, I would love for you to be further back. Look how close these are exploding to you. And the orange shield is kind of breaking as well, which is unfortunate, but mostly just look how close to those were to you. Good Bob, honestly. And I like this flank. I do like this flank. You're just going behind them. There you go. Then you, just kill the Diva. You can throw the Dyna if you really want to kill her fast. That's good. That was pretty good. And again, all it took for you was to take a different angle than your tanks. Unlucky. Not unlucky, like you can say it, but I didn't think you were walking that way because there's no value walking that way. Like you can see it right there. But why are you going this way? Why don't you stay here? Why did you go this way instead of just playing here, which gives you more options? Instead of going away from the fight for like ideally just 2 seconds, but you actually took like 5 because you got trapped. Why don't you just play here? I know this is the open, but your team is pushing the payload. If they want to kill you and they try to kill you, you just duel them and they can't contest the payload. So all you do is you just come here and shoot at them from this angle instead. Bop, 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 and you have the option of shooting left very easily. You also have the option of doing this very easily. You can test like that angle instead. It's just, overall, you didn't have to go that way. It's not very important, that's just a little nitpicky. 2, 3. Ashe is better at this position, but there is still no reason for you not to be playing Ashe up here instead, where you have cover, right? This is very important. This is a better position. You have cover. If you get shot, you hide, you drop, you get the mini, you coach jump back up, then you come back up here. If you're doing this to throw a dynamite at the door and then get out with the coach gun, I am okay with it, right? If you're gonna wait to see which side they come through, throw a dynamite and then get out, I'm okay with it. Doesn't look like that's your plan though. I think you're just gonna try to shoot them. Yep. I don't like this position. Great kill, but it's not a kill you couldn't have gotten from here. Dynamite, by the way, like, I don't want to say always, but very often if you see a group of people bunch up together, just dynamite them. I hate that you use Kochan for it though. Like, Kochan is your tool to get away. So if you're gonna play here, your Kochan is basically your only way to get to safety. So don't just waste it like that to throw the dynamite. Again, you don't want to play with your team. If you Kochan above you, you can probably get the Bastion from the high ground. And look at this, the Bastion is all the way back there, right? Imagine if you were playing here from the beginning. Who deals with this Bastion? You deal with the Bastion. Bastion cannot move. All you have to do is poke, shoot at the Bastion right now while he's distracted with the Echo. Shoot him once, throw the dynamite at him, shoot him again, and he's dead. And if he turns to look at you, you just do this. Then your Echo can go in and kill him. Not again, you're really, the problem with your dynamite is not that you're bad at aiming it. I don't think you're bad at aiming it. I think you're actually pretty decent at aiming your dynamites, but you're always going for a single person. And if you can kill them, that's fine. But if you can't kill them, you could be getting a lot more value. And in this case, I doubt that Sarah is gonna die. Yeah, she will not die. This is not a great position. Again, the idea of, yeah, I'm playing on a different angle, it's fine, but you're very vulnerable and you're very close to the enemy. Like, you're actually playing in front of your tanks from that perspective. Decent kill on the Bastion, he absolutely ignored you. Waste the dynamite there. Again, just used to the Reinhardt, you went okay. Good kill on the Junkrat. Again, I think your aim is definitely over silver. I think your aim is pretty good. At least like high gold. Your aim alone. Like, look at that. That was clean. Yeah, I think your aim alone is probably like high gold, at the least. That's a good dynamite, right? Two people, both supports, both squishies. It makes it very easy for you to kill them. They're probably not gonna hit you that alone, but we forced out Fade and Anti-Nade. And this is very far forward. Be careful. You take the high ground. I do really like this. Okay, we get away now because of the orb. Get away from the orb. Dynamite is decent. Good block from your Ryan. Bob behind them. Just Bob, yeah. Unlucky we didn't have ammo there, but it should be fine. Missed the shot there, but again, it's okay. Bastion to the right. Bastion's probably your priority. He can kill people faster than the Ryan can, yeah. But we won that. That's pretty good. And your defense has been pretty solid, I'll be honest. I still don't like your positioning a lot, but your aim has been pretty good. You've been getting value, and you just are trying to hold them for as long as possible. So, good shot. Okay, your aim is not bad. If your aim is always like this, just play with better positioning, and you will climb for sure. Careful. And again, this is not a great positioning. Like, what's the difference between playing here and playing here? There is actually no difference. In fact, the difference is that if you're playing here, at least you can back out a little bit and be safe, whereas here you have to go inside and you may just get spammed out. I think it's not worse, but definitely not good. And don't just stand there and shoot the Bastion, please. That's just throwing. Coach can out. Okay, that's good. You coach can, I'd say the coach can out, not coach can up, in case it wasn't clear. No, it's. I think it's okay if you take the high ground, but it doesn't look like you're gonna take the high ground. Yeah, you're not taking the high ground. You're just coming back up, back down. Your aim is not bad though. Like again, your aim is probably the best part of your gameplay, which is usually the opposite, honestly. You may have like really bad aim, and that's why you're not climbing. Great dynamite, right? I think you got like 3 people on that one, and it was on the grab, so that's a lot of value. Good. Hey, that's play of the game. Dynamite into grab, then just move people off the map. There's a Moira on your left. We missed the Moira bunch. That's unfortunate, but you know what? And I'm okay with this dynamite again. If you can confirm a kill with it, it's worth it. That dynamite will confirm the kill, don't worry about it. Yeah. Bob's good. Why are you so far forward though? Like, what's the idea behind playing here? I already said I don't like this. This is just really good. And why do we keep going forward and exposing ourselves like this? They can just push us and probably kill us. Like, you're shooting at that Mercy and it's very difficult. But if you were up here, right? When the Mercy was here, you can still shoot the Mercy. Even now, you can kind of still shoot the Mercy if you get lucky. Or from here, you can coach him up here and shoot him from up here instead. But from here, yeah, when the Mercy was like over here, you shoot the Mercy. Good dynamite again, trying to get as many people as possible. I think you got 2 there. You got Ryan. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you got both tanks, which is solid. Good coach can closer stance. I think 70 damage if you get all of the pellets. Dynamite Tracer. We missed a shot on the dynamite, but it's fine. Coach on the Tracer, honestly, you missed. It's okay. Overall, your gameplay is okay. Okay to solid outside. Good shot. But your positioning in particular could improve a lot. I think your positioning is just not great. I don't want to say horrible. I've seen worse. But with McCree in particular, you keep going in front of the tanks, and that's very bad. But on Ashe, your Ashe aim is actually kind of clean. Your McCree aim is not as good as your Ashe aim, but still solid. And you definitely can climb. You just take better positions. With Ashe, play a little safer. Take high ground so you can. Play with cover. And think about going around the shields. With McCree, do the opposite. Play with your team, slightly behind your tanks. Play But don't go in front of your tanks, that's very important, and play to help your team rather than get fixed. But okay. I'll take, actually, this will be probably a 6-minute break, something like that. I don't think I can make another one, but we'll see if we can start a little early. It may end up being like a 10-minute break, depending. Okay. I don't think I have one that I can do in 10 minutes, like a quick broad of view I can do in 10 minutes. So I'll just take like a 3-minute break or 5-minute break, and we can come back with just another review. Hello, Gibraltar. But okay, yeah, let's just do 5-minute break, and then if chat has questions, we can answer questions. I'll be right back in 5 minutes.